Hey you out there who's watching this video, watching a heavy metal channel on YouTube. Did you know by clicking on this video, by discussing any heavy metal band that exists on this planet, that you potentially could be a neo-Nazi? I sure didn't know that, and I've been talking about heavy metal for, God, forever. Apparently, I might even be, causing meetings to occur during live streams and things like that. It's amazing, right? But yes, that's exactly what's being passed out in pamphlets in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, stating all of the different early warning signs for whether or not your son or your daughter may actually be growing up and becoming a neo-Nazi. Right there in between of obvious reasons such as being very reserved and away from society. Basically just sitting in your room, either that or really going onto the deep web and finding things that are less than ideal. If you listen to any sort of heavy music, a general term, yes. However, heavy music, what does that really envelop? Is it just rock and roll? Is it, hard rock? Or are you going to become a neo-Nazi by listening to Five Finger Death Punch? That's the real question that's going on here. A band that's literally all about the troops potentially means that you're becoming a neo-Nazi. And then, of course, there's heavy metal. So yes, if you listen to those styles of music, according to them, if there's a violence factor within it, your son and daughter, or you yourself, may be becoming, or already are, a neo-Nazi. Imagine the ridiculosity of this statement. And now, imagine the fact that it's true. You don't have to imagine the second part, because this is a real thing. Something that has actually been passed around. Something that's been considered as one of the potential reasons why neo-Nazism is now all of a sudden sprouting up all across of America, as well as other places too. What's kind of incredible is the fact that this popped up in Canada, of all places, whenever the big problems right now have been filtering into the United States. Of course, after what happened in Charlottesville. But, come on, why do we keep talking about the past? It was a month ago, but it has been something that's caused a seismic shift in the way in which we look at things. But it's a ridiculous blanket statement, just like so many of the other ridiculous blanket statements that have been seen over the past couple of years. That everybody who's white is automatically racist because of the fact that they're white, or, the fact that everybody who's black is a criminal, or everybody who's Asian is really, really good at math. Let's go even deeper and further. Why don't we? If you listen to anime, there's a good chance that, or if you watch anime, there's a good chance that you're a pedophile. If you enjoy watching television shows that involve gratuitous death, you're obviously going to become a murderer. And if you listen to that Cash Me Outside Girl's first single, you might actually be secretly a moron. The only one that's actually true is the last one, and it ain't that big of a secret. This is the same style of idea that's been happening and going on for the past 30 years or so. Ever since the 1980s, where all of a sudden, occult metal, and really even further back, anything that has involved the occult, or anything that's been a little bit heavy, it seems a little bit dangerous, that people don't understand. Black Sabbath has had some detractors as well, all the way back to the origins of their career. If it's something that's a little bit different, a little bit dark, and doesn't resemble that nice boogie that's going on in the world, then it's automatically labeled as bad. It's automatically labeled as something that's destroying the youth and ruining the masses. Even though most of the serial killers probably didn't listen to that style of music. They probably just listened to whatever they wanted, or were more concerned on, serial killing. This is the same thing also that happened during Columbine. You remember Columbine, don't you? Some of you outside of the United States, probably not, but hey, stay with the class, please. I will explain. Whenever the Columbine shooting massacre occurred in Colorado at the turn of the last millennium, immediately the thing that was to blame was the heavy metal music. It was the video games. It was all of the violence that was being purveyed and shoved off into society through the idiot box television or through the demon box stereo system. No, it wasn't. It had nothing to do with the fact that maybe the parents needed to be, paying more attention to what was going on. No, it wasn't the fact that these kids perhaps just already had it in their heads that they wanted to go out with a bang. And no, the bullying campaigns that have followed have not really helped things out all of that much. What has happened here? We are blaming, as usual, all of the wrong things for all of our problems. But that's okay. I'm secretly a neo-Nazi now, which means Antifa hates me. So, okay, we're already on par with that. I already called Antifa out for being a bunch of freaking jack-offs that can't do anything above, well, should I say below 1,000 decibels. And now, apparently, I like Hitler. Hitler's my dude. He's my homie. I have lunch with him every day, tea for dinner, and at breakfast time, omelets. Delicious Hitler omelets. He's a great cook. This is stupid. This is insane. I hope that this is actually parody and I am making something out of nothing. But here's the thing. Even if this is parody, even if it is discovered that this was just an elaborate joke, a prank, if you will, that was played by some clever Canadians, first of all, good job to you for getting entire communities riled up about this. That's a level of trolling that's kind of mythical. But second of all, you have to understand, this actually is out there. There are people that do believe this. Just like whenever I present the 5 Reasons videos, there are folks out there that actually believe some of the reasons that I present, as ridiculous as they might sound. We are in a ridiculous world here in 2017 where nothing is safe or off limits. But I will tell you right now, if you really do believe in your mind, you're watching this, you want this to be some sort of cautionary tale. First of all, you probably already stopped watching this whenever I said tea with Hitler. But if you're still here, if you're still hanging out with me, I'm just going to tell you right now and call you what you are, and that's a fucking fool. People within the heavy metal community, at least a good healthy percentage of them, are nice folks just like you that may actually have to drive their kids to soccer practice as we speak. There's a good chance that there's a heavy metal soccer team that's just a bunch of soccer moms that listen to Cannibal Corpse. It's a possibility. It's out there too. It all exists. It's a melting pot style of world. And heavy metal doesn't necessarily automatically turn you into a criminal, a neo-Nazi, or somebody who's trying to plan Armageddon. Though if you keep this up, there's a good chance that maybe a certain subsection of us will want to. Because, some of y'all just don't deserve to breathe, let alone breed. And the fact that some of you are doing both is kind of more of an insult to the rest of us, to all of Earth and humanity, as opposed to just the couple of people that are pissed off by your words or your actions. You are somebody who needs to honestly take a step back, look at your life, and maybe focus on the things that are going on within it, as opposed to worrying so much about what other people listen to or what other people watch. I watch things all the time. I've watched romance. That doesn't mean I'm going out and loving everybody. I've watched porn. That doesn't mean I'm a slut. And I've listened to all styles of music. I've listened to rap. I'm not a homie. I haven't changed colors and decided that all of a sudden TVs needed to be liquidated by the Walmart only without the usage of monetary compensation. I've not all of a sudden become a drug dealer. I've not gotten all the things that are supposedly glorified by that style of music. These are all just 100% embellishments for folks that don't want to understand things. And of course, they're stereotypes. And stereotypes are fucking stupid. So if you believe any of these stereotypes, if you believe I'm a neo-Nazi, just because I listen to heavy metal, well, the shirt says it all. What? Fuck you.